Hello.
Hello, Hugo. How are you?
Good.
Good. Can you remember me?
Yes.
Oh, you can. That's good. Can you remember Jack?
Jack?
Jack is my son. Can you remember him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. And how are you doing, Hugo? How's school nowadays?
Today, good.
Good, good, good. What are you doing today?
Today, I will go to, I'll go to my, I think I will go to my grandma's house.
Oh, wow. That sounds fun. Are you going to do anything for Halloween today?
Yes. I'll
Yeah.
put something like, uh, like something it could float in the river. Like that.
Oh, that's for Loy Krathong, right?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. That's cool. Did you do that at school?
I just make it, but I didn't float in the river. Today
Okay. Are
I
you
will,
gonna? Sorry?
today I will go to float in the river. Put the
Cool.
toy on in
That's
the
cool. That's a good idea. You know what you can do? Because you know today is Halloween as well.
yeah.
Did you know that? So
Yes.
what you can do is you can dress up in your scary Halloween costume and then float your krathong while you're still already dressed up, and you can do two in one day.
Yeah.
And how about at school? Did you do anything for Halloween?
Uh, I just I just get some candy, a lot of candies.
You just got lots of candy. Wow, that sounds fun. Did you dress up at school too?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wizard.
You dressed up as a wizard. Wow. Did you have a long beard and a pointy hat?
Yeah, I have a pointy hat, but I don't have the something. I'll show you.
Okay.
Oh, just like a dress, it's like this too.
A dress? Oh, it's a it's a costume, right?
Yeah, costume.
Okay, cool. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds very fun. Were you a Harry Potter wizard?
Mm, I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Just a wizard, just a normal wizard.
Hmm.
Cool. Well, that sounds very, very fun. Did you do some magic?
No, I cannot do the magic.
Maybe you could make your teacher disappear.
No.
All right. Well, actually, Hugo, that's a good coincidence because your dad, or I don't know, did you help your dad choose, or did your dad choose the book for you?
Uh, my dad chooses it.
Okay. Well, your dad chose a book called The Magic Finger, and it's
Yeah.
about someone who can do magic. Have you heard of that book before?
Nope.
Okay. Let's have a look at the front cover. There you go. I've actually got this book at my house and I was going to start reading it to Jack, but we haven't read it yet.
Oh,
So this is going to be the first time for me too. Now, this is called The Magic Finger.
magic finger.
Yeah. And it's by Roald Dahl. Have you ever read any Roald Dahl books before?
Yes, be at the BFGs.
The BFG, I like that one. Have you read any others?
Mm. And the Pelly and the Me.
The Giraffe, the Pelly and Me. That's right. I read that one when I was about the same age as you, but I can't remember it anymore. What happens in the Giraffe, the Pelly and Me?
The first time the Billy the boy just went to a house and the house said the sale. I don't and then he just knocked the door and the and and the and everybody didn't hear and when and 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 it's almost night then the boy just went to home and sleep the next day he just come and the animals just um, let him go in.
Oh, wow, cool. And did they go on an adventure together?
Yes, they clean all the windows.
Oh, wow, that sounds fun. Would you like to clean all the windows in your house?
Yeah.
I think your dad would be happy if you did that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, so it sounds like you know Roald Dahl's stories quite well. And the good thing about Roald Dahl is the stories, lots of very fun and amazing things always happen, right?
Yeah.
And there are lots of very cool, interesting characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think is going to happen in this book if it's called The Magic Finger?
I think a girl will be have a magic finger. One finger could magic, like for example, like this girl just turn turn to a cat.
Oh, you think she's going to turn herself into a cat?
Huh?
Okay, maybe. So what, do you think she can point the finger on herself and say bing and then she'll be a cat?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Have you looked at the pictures in this book yet?
What?
Have you looked at any of the pictures in this book?
No.
Okay. So you've not even had a quick look at this book. Well, you're surprisingly close. Look, if we look at the pictures, can you see where she is?
She is pointing.
She's pointing at something. We don't know what, right?
Mm.
Let's have a look through all these pictures, okay? We're just going to quickly look at the pictures. And from looking at the pictures, you might get a kind of idea what might happen in the book. Can you see her face there?
Yeah.
How do you think she feels?
I think he feels scared.
Scared, yeah, maybe. And look, who do you think this is?
The teacher?
Looks like a teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look what's happening to the teacher.
What? He turned to a mouse?
It looks like that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you think she turned to a mouse?
He have a tail.
Yeah. So it looks like your guess was quite close, doesn't it? We're not going to spoil too much of the story, but let's start reading, okay? Here we can see the characters on this page over here.
Girl and William, Greg, Mrs. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. Greg.
Right.
Philip, Greg.
Yeah. What do you notice about all of these characters?
I don't know because I didn't read it.
Okay, but I mean, just from looking at their names, what can you see?
I see they are they are these two boys. They are all boys.
Yeah, these ones are all boys, except for Mrs. Gregg.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all called Philip Gregg, William Gregg, Mr. and Mrs. Gregg. So that means they must all be one family, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who do you think Mr. and Mrs. Gregg are in the family?
Dad and Mom.
Probably, yeah. And how about Philip and William Gregg?
Brother and big brother.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess. I think they're probably brothers. Okay, well, let's start reading. I know you're excited to get started. Here we go. Is that too small or can you see it okay?
Good. Yes.
Okay,
Now
great.
the farm next to ours is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Gregg. The Greggs have two children, both of them boys. Their names are Philip and William. Sometimes I go over to their farm to play with them. I am a girl and I am 8 years old. Philip is also 8 years old. William is 3 years older. He is 10. What? Oh, all right then. He is 11. Last week, something very funny happened to the Gregg family. I am going to tell you about it as best I can.
Great job. So there's our introduction. We've met all the characters and we know that last week something funny happened. What do you think happened here? Why did it say William is 3 years older? He is 10. What? Oh, all right then. He's 11. What was that all about?
That's all about like William is 11 years old, and like William is more than three, like 9, 10, 11. That means he's 3 years older.
Yeah. So she was wrong, wasn't she? She said he's 3 years older. He's 10, but that's only 2 years older.
Uh-huh.
There we go. So yeah, and then one more question is, how does the girl know the Greg family?
Because they are both boys. And
Yeah, but how does she know them? Is she their sister or?
Brother.
Here, look at this first sentence.
Okay, the sister.
Okay. I'll tell you what, where does she live?
Live a farm.
Yeah, and where do Mr. and Mrs. Greg live?
Live next to our.
Yeah. So the girl lives on this farm, and the Gregs live on the farm next to theirs. So, right?
Yeah.
The girl lives here, and the Gregs live there. They're neighbors. Okay, let's keep reading. Something very funny happened to the Greg family. Let's find out what it was. Okay.
Now, the one thing that Mr. Greg and his 2 boys loved to do more than anything else was to go hunting. Every Saturday morning, they would take their guns and go off into the woods to look for animals and birds to shoot. Even Philip, who was animals and birds to shoot, even Philip, who was only 8 years old, had a gun of his own. I can't stand hunting. I just can't stand it. It doesn't seem right to me that men and boys should kill animals just for the fun they get out of it. So I used to try to stop Philip and William from doing it. Every time I went over to their farm, I would do my best to talk them out of it, but they only laughed at me.
Good job. I'm just going to stop you there, Hugo. I really love your expression when you're reading. I can't stand hunting. That's really great. And you're reading so clearly too. Okay. I just want to ask, what did the Greg boys like doing?
They hunt.
They hunt animals, right? They've even got their own guns. Even the 2 boys have got their own guns. And how about the girl? Does she like hunting?
No.
No. What does she mean? I do my best to talk them out of it.
You need to talk. You need to talk to the 3 boys, and because you need to talk to them because they don't the girl don't want to. Don't let the 3 boys and to kill the animals.
Yeah, she's trying to talk to them and tell them to stop killing animals, right? She's telling them, no, don't kill the animals. But do you think they listen to her?
No.
No, they just laughed at her. Okay, keep reading, please.
I even said something about it once to Mr. Greg, but he just walked on past me as if I weren't there. Then one Saturday morning, I saw Philip and William coming out of the woods with their father, and they were carrying a lovely young deer. This made me so cross that I shouted at them.
Oh dear. Do you think they're going to listen to her now?
No.
What would you do if you saw someone carrying a deer? A dead deer that they just killed?
What?
What would you do if you saw someone carrying a deer?
I will help the deer.
You'll help the deer. Okay, you'll go and cut it free.
Mhm.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see what happens when she shouts at them.
The boy laughed and made faces at me, and Mr. Gregg told me to go home and mind my own peace and course. Well, that did it. I saw red, and before I was able to stop myself, I did something I never mean to do. I put the magic finger on them all.
Good. Just stop there a second. Hugo, I really love your expression. I put the magic finger on them all. Okay. Now, this one here, what we actually say is, he told me to go home and mind my own P's and Q's.
Cute.
P's and Q's. What do you think that means? Mind my own P's and Q's.
Excuse me. Like I think it's mean like mind yourself. Like
Yeah.
care
It's,
about
go on.
like care about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It means care about yourself. Don't care about us, right? We can also say mind your own business. This is what I'm doing. This is my business. You go and think about your business, right? So they didn't listen to her, did they? They just laughed and made faces at them. And Mr. Gregg said, go and mind your own business. And then what happened?
He said, I put the magic finger on them all.
Yeah. So why do you think she puts the magic finger on people? When
Because
does she put the magic finger on people?
he wants, if he touch the deer, the deer won't die. He will wake up.
Oh, maybe the magic finger saves the deer. Let's read. Let's see what happens when she puts the magic finger on people.
Oh dear! I have even put it on Mrs. Gregg, who wasn't there. I put it on the whole Gregg family. For months, I had been telling myself that I would never put the magic finger upon anyone again. Not after what happened to my teacher, old Mrs. Winter. Poor old Mrs. Winter. One day we were in class, and she was teaching us spelling. Stand up, she says to me, and spell cat.
Good. So, Hugo, do you think the girl likes putting the magic finger on people?
Yes.
How about this? I had been
No.
telling myself that I would never put the magic finger on anyone again.
No.
Do you think putting the magic finger on people is good?
No.
Let's see what happened with Mrs. Winter. So, stand up and spell cat.
That's an easy one, I said. Cat. You are stupid, little girl, Mrs. Winter said. I am not a stupid little girl, I cried. I am a very nice little girl. Go and stand in the corner, Mrs. Winter said. Then I got cross, and I saw red, and I put the magic finger on Mrs. Winter, good and strong and awesome at once. Guess what?
Good. This word here is all.
Awesome.
Almost
Almost.
good. So, oh dear. Imagine if has your teacher ever called anyone a stupid little girl?
No.
How do you think the girl feels when the teacher called her a stupid little girl?
Sad.
Sad, yeah. Do you know what cross means?
Cross means angry.
Angry. She felt very angry. So when she gets angry, she puts the magic finger on people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what happened to Mrs. Winter. Almost at once.
Began growing out of her face. They were long black whiskers, just like the ones you see on a cat, only much bigger. And how fast they grew! Before we had time to think, they were out to her ears. Of course, the whole class started screaming with laughter. And then Mrs. Winter said, "Will you be so kind as to tell me what you find so madly funny, all of you?"
Why do you think they're laughing?
Because the Mrs. Winter is like a cat. So
Yeah, she's turning into a cat, right? So what happens when the girl puts the magic finger on Mrs. Winter?
He said, "Will you be so kind as to tell me what you find so madly funny, all of you?"
Yeah, but what did the magic finger do? What did the magic finger do?
The magic finger just turned to Mrs. Winter to a cat.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, keep reading, please. Will you be so kind as to tell me what you find so madly funny, all of you?
And when she turned around to write something all on the blackboard, we saw that she had grown a tail as well. It was a huge bushy tail. I cannot begin to tell you what happened after that, but if any of you are wondering whether Mrs. Winter is quite all right again, now the answer is no, and she never will be.
Oh, so do you think Miss Winter was okay?
Yes.
Yeah. If you are wondering whether Mrs. Winter is quite all right again now, the answer is
No,
and
she never will be.
she never will be what?
I don't know.
She never will be. So all right is another way of saying okay, right? So it's saying she's not okay now and she never will be okay ever again. Oh dear, what do you think happened to her?
Is angry.
Yeah, Mrs. Winter was angry. Yeah, do you think she's turned back into a human?
No, never.
I think she stayed a cat for the rest of her life. Okay,
Yeah.
keep reading, please.
The magic finger is something I have been able to do all my life. I can't tell you just how I do it because I don't even know myself. But it always happens when I get cross, when I see red. Then I get very, very hot all over. Then the tip of the forefinger of my right hand begins to tingle most terribly, and suddenly a sort of flash comes out of me, and quick flash, like something electric. It jumps out and touches the person who had made me cross.
Just 1 second. Could you read this word again?
Touches.
Good. It jumps out. So when she gets cross, the magic finger happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and keep reading.
And after that, the magic finger is upon him or her, and things begin to happen. Well, the magic finger was now upon the whole of the Greg family, and there was no talking it off.
There was no
Taking it off. Yeah. I ran home and waited for things to happen. They happened fast. I shall now tell you what those things were. I got the whole story from Phil and William the next morning after it was all over.
Okay, so here we go. What do you think happened to Philip and William and the Gregs?
I think they all turned to something.
Yeah. So when Mrs. Winter asked her to spell cat, she spelled it wrong, and then she turned Miss Winter to a cat when she was angry, right? So I think the boys were hunting, and she was angry because they caught a deer, right? What do you think she turned them into?
Into a deer.
Maybe a deer. That's what I think. Okay, let's see.
In the afternoon of the very same day that I put the magic finger on the Gregg family, Mr. Gregg and Philip and William went out hunting once again. This time they were going after wild ducks, so they headed towards the lake. In the first hour, they got 10 birds. In the next hour, they got other 6.
They got
Another 6.
Good.
What a day, cried Mr. Gregg. This is the best yet. He was beside himself with joy. Just then, 4 more wild ducks flew over their heads. They were flying very low. They were easy to hit. Bang, 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 bang went the guns.
Do you think they got them?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what does it mean here? He was beside himself with joy.
That means he is happy.
Yeah, it means he's really, really happy, right? What a day! This is the best day yet. Why did he say that? Why is he so happy?
Because he could hunt. Because he killed a lot of birds.
Yeah, because he was hunting. He loves hunting and he killed so many birds, right? Oh dear. Do you think they're nice people, these guys?
No,
No, why not?
because they are killing the animals. That is not good.
Yeah, would you be angry with them too?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
The ducks flew on. We missed, said Mr. Gregg. That's funny. Then, to everyone's surprise, the 4 ducks turned around and came flying right back to the guns. Hey, said Mr. Gregg. What on earth are they doing? They are really asking for it this time. He shot at them again. So did the boys, and again they all missed. Mr. Gregg got very red in the face. It's the light, he said. It's getting too dark to see. Let's go home. So they started for home, carrying with them the 16 birds they had shot before, but the 4 ducks would not leave them alone. They now began flying around and around the hunters as they walked away. Mr. Gregg did not like it one bit. Be off, he cried, and he shot at them many more times, but it was no good. He simply could not hit them. All the way home, those 4 ducks flew around in the sky above their heads, and nothing would make them go away.
Good job. So, what's happening? What's happening with those ducks?
He could fly now.
Yeah, so these are the 4 ducks that they missed, right? And then they shot at them and they missed, and then the ducks turned around and came back. And while they're walking away, the ducks keep flying around them.
I think he will get the killed bird. So the duck want to the he want to help that bird to 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 save them, to save the bird.
Yeah, so these ducks are trying to help the other birds, right? Yeah. Why do you think that's happening? Remember what happened with the girl?
Mm-hmm.
So what did the girl do?
He put the magic finger.
Yeah. Do you think maybe these strange ducks is something to do with the magic finger?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. So maybe the magic finger is going to be different this time.
Late that night, after Philip and William had gone to bed, Mr. Gregg went outside to get some wood for the fire. He was crossing the yard when all at once he heard the call of a wild duck in the sky. He
Good.
stopped.
Just a second, Hugo. This word we say
Heard,
heard. Heard.
heard,
Good.
heard. He stopped and looked up. The night was very still. There was a thin yellow moon over the tree on the hill, and the sky was filled with stars. Then Mr. Gregg heard the noise of wings flying low over his head, and he saw the 4 ducks, dark against the night sky, flying very close together. They were going around and around the house. Mr. Gregg forgot about the firewood and hurried back indoors. He was not now quite afraid. He did not like what was going on, but he said nothing about it to Mrs. Gregg. All he said was, "Come on, let's go to bed. I feel tired."
Good.
So he went to the bed and to sleep.
Good. So how do you think he's feeling now?
He is happy.
You think he's happy? Why is he happy?
Because no, he is sad.
He's yeah.
Because he is sad because I think so. So because because they didn't catch the other the four ducks.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because he wanted to catch them all, didn't he? Yeah. How would you feel if 4 ducks were just following you around everywhere you go, and then when it's nighttime and you're at your house and there's 4 ducks just flying around your house and watching you?
Happy
You'd be happy. Why would you be happy?
because I didn't kill that duck.
Yeah. So you know that the ducks are probably your friends because you're the duck's friend too, right? Yeah. Just have a look at Mr. Gregg. Is he the duck's friend?
No.
No. Let's see how he feels. Just read that section again, please.
Mr. Gregg forgot about the firewood and hurried back indoors. He was not quite afraid. He did not like what was going on.
Good. So how's he feeling?
He is now quite afraid.
Yeah. What's another word for afraid?
Scared.
Scared. He's very scared now, isn't he? But he's not going to tell Mrs. Gregg. He's just going to say, "Oh, come on, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed quickly." I think he's a scaredy cat, isn't he? What do you think is going to happen to him when he wakes up?
He's gonna see, hey, where's the ducks now?
Oh, they're going to go away. Whew, that would be nice. Look, I'm just going to show you this, and we're going to do some quick questions, okay? So, can you describe the Gregg family? Can you just tell me about the Gregg family, please?
The Gregg families, the three little men and 2 boys is killing the ducks. No, they are hunting and finding some animals to kill, and when he found a deer and the deer was died, only one deer he just cared here and he is holding it or something on the stick, and then he just saw a lot of ducks, and he was shooting
Shooting them all, right?
all the but
Yeah.
he didn't shoot. There are four more, but they didn't shoot it.
Yeah. Have you learned about describing words in school?
Yes.
Can you tell me some describing words to try to describe the Gregg family?
Mm, describe like describe describe
So like let's say are they kind?
no,
Can you tell me some other words? What are they?
they are I think describe like are they afraid like that?
Yeah, they are afraid. I think when the ducks were chasing them, they were definitely afraid. You're right. Maybe they are
Happy?
mean. Are they mean?
Yes,
Okay, why are they mean?
because they are mean because he is not mean. Oh, he is mean because he killed the ducks.
Yeah. And what do they do to the girl? Are they nice to the girl?
Who nice to the girl?
Are the boys nice to the girl? What do they do to the girl?
They didn't listen. No,
Yeah. They didn't listen and they made silly faces at her, didn't they? Cheeky boys. I think you like to make faces at people, don't you? I know Jack and Jaden like to make faces at people. Okay. How about this? What does the narrator? So the narrator means the girl because she's the one telling the story.
Okay.
What does she think about the Greg's hunting?
Angry.
Yeah, she's angry. She doesn't like it, does she? Do you agree with her?
Yes.
Okay, why do you agree with her?
Because I don't want to kill animals.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay, tell me about when the narrator uses her magic finger. How does she feel?
He feel happy.
Okay, she feels happy when it's coming out from her finger. Can you remember what she said? First, how does she feel?
Uh, angry.
Yeah, and then her whole body starts to feel
Hot.
hot, and then her finger.
Is mad, and he have something.
Yeah, it starts to tingle, right? You can feel it tingling, and then the flash comes out. So the next question is, what causes it to happen? Why does the magic finger happen?
because the magic finger don't let the animals to kill.
Yeah. It's when she's angry, right? It's when
Mhm.
she's angry. Okay, very quickly, we're going to do this question. We talked about P's and Q's already. And the next one is, would you like to be in Mrs. Winter's class? Can you remember Mrs. Winter, that teacher?
Yeah,
Why would you like to be in Mrs. Winter's class?
because
Or would you, yes or no?
no,
No. Okay, why not?
because he is very angry to the to the to the girl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, right? I wouldn't like to have a teacher who called people stupid. That's not very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So please tell me what happened in Mrs. Winter's classroom. What was the first thing that happened?
he he let the the girl to time out.
Oh, she didn't give her a timeout. She said,
No,
no, you are.
stupid.
Yeah. Uh-oh. And then what did that cause? What happened because of that?
He let the the girl just turned to him a cat.
Yeah. So what happened which turned her into a cat?
And he is very angry.
She was angry and she did the magic finger, right? And that turned her into a cat. Okay, let's keep reading with the story, okay? Let's keep reading. So, we read these pages. They all went to sleep together. Okay, can you read, please?
When morning came, Mr. Greg was the first to wake up. He opened his eyes. He was about to put out a hand for his watch to see the time, but his hand wouldn't come out. That's funny, he said. Where is my hand? He lay still, wondering what was up. Maybe had hurt that hand in some way. Wait a minute. That wouldn't come out either.
Wait a second, you just missed the line. Maybe he hurt his hand in some way.
Maybe some way he tried the other hand. That wouldn't come out either, he said. Then for the first time he saw what he looked like. He gave a yell and jumped out of bed. Mrs. Gregg woke up. And when she saw Mr. Gregg standing there on the floor, she gave a yell too, for he was now a tiny little man. He was maybe as tall as the seat of a chair, but no taller. And where his arms had been, he had a pair of duck's wings instead.
Yeah. So what happened to him?
He have a wing. He don't have a hand.
He has wings instead of hands, and he's tiny. He's only as tall as a chair. Why do you think he gave a yell and jumped out of bed?
Because he need to check. He need to check if the birds fly away.
Yeah. How do you think he felt when he saw what he looked like? How do you think he felt?
Sad.
Sad. Yeah. I think probably surprised as well.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if you woke up one day and then you just had wings and you were tiny. I would feel really surprised and quite scared, probably. Okay, keep reading. Whoa, look at these boys.
This is witches' war.
Wait. We missed this page.
Oh. But, cried Mrs. Gregg, going purple in the face. My dear man, what's happening to you? What's happened to both of us? You mean, shouted Mr. Gregg. It was Mrs. Gregg's turn now to jump out of bed. She ran to look at herself in the glass, but she was not tall enough to see into it. She was even smaller than Mr. Gregg, and she too had got wings instead of arms. Oh, sobbed Mrs. Gregg.
Good. And the boys, please. Read page 19, please.
This is witch's work, cried Mr. Gregg, and both of them started running around the room, flapping their wings. A minute later, Philip and William burst in. The same thing had happened to them. They had wings and no arms, and they were really tiny. They were about as big as robins. Mama! Chirruped Philip. Look, Mama. we can fly. And they flew up into the air. Come down at once, said Mrs. Gregg. You are much too high. But before she could say another word, Philip and William had flown right out the window.
Good job. So, how did Mr. and Mrs. Gregg feel about turning small and having wings? Mr. and Mrs. Gregg. Look.
Stop, Mrs.
Yeah,
Gregg.
she's sobbing. Sobbing means she's crying. Oh, oh, oh. So how does she feel?
Sad.
Sad. And how about the boys? How do they feel?
Happy because
Happy.
why?
Yeah, they're happy. They're excited, aren't they?
Mm,
They're happy that they can fly. And do you know what a robin is? It says here.
Robin is like a bird.
Yeah, a tiny little bird. And here, when it says mama, 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 chirped Philip. Do you know what chirped means?
Chirped, like, I don't know.
That's what a bird does. A bird like chirp, 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 chirp.
Yeah.
So he's even talking like a bird, isn't he? Mama, mama, mama. Oh dear, oh dear. So they look a bit like birds. They're small like birds. They're acting like birds. What's happening to them?
He is a bird. He is not a.
They're turning into birds, aren't they? And why are they turning into birds?
Because the magic finger, the girl just turned to the bird.
She did the magic finger. She put the magic finger on them and she's turned them into birds. Oh dear. And look what's happening now.
Uh-oh. Everyone could fly.
Everyone's flying around. Okay, keep reading.
Mr. and Mrs. Gregg ran to the window and looked out. The two tiny boys were now high up in the sky. Then Mrs. Gregg said to Mr. Gregg, "Do you think we could do that, my dear?" "I don't see why not," Mr. Gregg said. "Come on, let's try." Mr. Gregg began to flap his wings hard and all at once. Up he went. Then Mrs. Gregg did the same. "Help!" she cried as she started going up. "Save me!" "Come on," said Mr. Gregg. "Don't be afraid."
Okay, keep going. So how does she feel? Does she like flying?
Yes.
Here, wait a second. Just read. What does she say when she starts flying?
She said, "Help!" Because he is scared of flying, so he needs a
Yeah,
help.
I think she's scared, right? Would you like to fly like that?
Yes.
I would too. I would love to fly like that. Okay, keep reading, please. Out the window they flew.
So out the window they flew far up into the sky, and it did not take them long to catch with Philip and William. Soon the whole family was flying around and around together. "Oh, isn't it lovely?" cried William. "I have always wanted to know what it feels like to be a bird." "Your wings are not getting higher, are they, dear?" "Are they, dear?" Mr. Gregg asked Mrs. Gregg. "Not at all," Mrs. Gregg said. "I could go on forever." "Hey, look down there," said Philip. Somebody is walking in our garden."
Yeah, who could be walking in their garden?
"I think the girl."
Maybe the girl's coming to see what happened, right? Yeah, okay. We got some more questions very quickly. So let's go back to when they first went duck hunting. How did the day start? How did they feel at the beginning?
Happy.
Very happy. Why were they so happy?
Because he liked to kill, he liked to hunt it.
Yeah, and they did manage to kill lots of ducks, right? And when did their mood start to change? When did they start to feel differently?
When when he didn't kill, he had four more birds that didn't kill.
Yeah, when he thought it was going to be very easy, didn't he? But then he didn't kill them. Yeah. Do you think he was surprised,
Who?
Mr. Greg?
No,
Okay. Why was he not surprised?
because he didn't catch. He didn't shoot the four more birds.
Yeah, but I think he was a little bit surprised because he thought it was going to be so easy, but then he missed them, right? That's
A
what I
little bit.
think. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And why do you think the ducks were hanging around the Greg's house?
Oh, because he want to look if um if the duck is died. If the Greg is sleeping, he will get the duck out of the house.
Oh, so the ducks were waiting for them to go to sleep and watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. And then maybe the ducks did something silly when they were asleep. Maybe the ducks were somehow turning them into ducks themselves, right? Yeah, we talked about beside himself with joy already, but let's try and make a connection with what we read. Mr. Greg was scared, right, when he went outside and the ducks were there. Have you ever been scared to go outside at night?
No.
No, that's lucky. Have you ever been scared of anything?
A little bit. Sometimes. But when I play by myself, I'm not scared. But when I when I when I get to bed by myself, I was a little bit scared because I thought there's some ghost or something.
Oh, sometimes you think you can hear a ghost. Yeah, I get that sometimes too. I think I can hear a ghost sometimes too, and I get a bit scared. How about have you ever been angry with someone and you wanted to put the magic finger on them?
No.
Never. So nobody's ever made you angry?
No.
Oh, that's lucky. That must be very nice that nobody's. I'll tell you what, people make me angry sometimes, and it's my students at school when they don't listen to what I told them.
Okay.
And I want to put the magic finger on all my students and turn them into little frogs. Okay, you know what? Let's just quickly read a few more pages before we finish our class. Okay, so somebody's walking in their garden. We think it's going to be the girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if it is the girl. Ah!
What?
What? What's that?
The duck, four little ducks.
It's the four ducks. And what happened to the four ducks?
She's knocking the door.
Yeah, what do the ducks have?
He have the egg.
Yeah. So Mr. Greg, what's he got?
He have a wing.
And what's the duck got?
He have a hand.
He has hands. Maybe the ducks took their arms and gave them their wings. Oh dear. Okay, can you read this page, please?
They all look down, and then below them in their own garden. Then saw four enormous white ducks.
Slow down a bit, slow down a bit.
The ducks were as big as men, and what is more, they had great long arms like men instead of wings. The ducks were walking in a line to the door of the Greg's house, swinging their arms and holding their beaks high in the air. "Stop!" called the tiny Mr. Greg, flying down low over their head. "Go away! That's my house!" The ducks looked up at Quack. The first one put out a hand and opened the door of the house and went in. The other went in after him. The door shut.
Oh dear. So what are
Uh,
the ducks doing?
they are they're opening the house doors.
Yeah,
The-
and do you think they're all going to go and live in the Greg's house?
Now he is going to get the killing ducks.
Oh, he's going to get the dead ducks.
Yes.
Oh, I thought maybe the ducks are going to get the guns and start shooting at Mr. Greg. Let's see what happens on the next page. Here you go. Can you read this, please?
The Greg flew down and sat on the wall near the door. Mrs. Greg began to cry. Oh dear, she sobbed. They have taken our house. What shall we do? We have no place to go. Even the boy began to cry a bit now. We will be eaten by cats and foxes in the night, said Philip. I want to sleep in my own bed, said William. Now then, said Mr. Greg, it isn't any good crying. That wouldn't help us. Shall I tell you what we are going to do? What? They said. Mr. Greg looked at them and smiled. We are going to build a nest.
What? Why are they going to build a nest?
Because they are a bird.
Because they're birds now, yeah. And their house is gone. The ducks are living in their house, so they need to make a nest instead. Okay, read the next page, please.
Wait a moment.
Okay.
Okay, a nest, they said. Can we do that? We must do it, said Mr. Greg. We have got to have somewhere to sleep. Follow me. They flew up to a tall tree and ran up the top of it. Mr. Greg chose the place for the nest.
Wow. Mr. Craig, he's a good leader, though, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He might be a bit mean shooting all those animals, but he's a good leader. Okay. How are they going to make the nest?
Mr. Greg took the sticks and started. What?
And look at him.
Mr. Greg took the sticks.
Oh, wait, we missed this part here.
Oh, now we want a few sticks, he said. Now we want sticks, he said. Lots and lots of little sticks. Off you go, all of you, and find them and bring them back here. But we have no hands, said Philip. Then use your mouth. Mrs. Greg and the children flew off. Soon they were back carrying sticks in their mouths. Mr. Greg took the sticks and started to build the nest. More, he said. I want more and more and more sticks. Keep going. The nest began to grow. Mr. Greg was very good at making the sticks together.
Yeah, making the sticks stick together. Very good. Hugo, I'll tell you a joke. What is brown and sticky?
Brown and sticky. Brown and sticky chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate is brown and sticky. I'll tell you one more thing that's brown and sticky.
Uh-huh.
A stick.
Oh.
It's brown and sticky. Hugo, you really impressed me with your reading. Your reading voice is so clear and you read very accurately and smoothly, and you had lots of expression in your reading. Well done. So I'm not sure if you're going to have homework or not. I'm going to check with your dad.
Okay.
And if is your dad right there now?
My dad. I will call.
Oh, it's okay. I'll just speak with him on the phone, okay? So I'm not sure if he wants you to have homework. If he does want you to have homework, your homework is draw a picture and write a sentence. What do you think is going to happen next in the rest of the book?
I think she will the Greg will just stay in the nest
Forever. Wow. Oh dear, they're going to be stuck there. Okay, so if your dad says he wants you to have homework, that's what it's going to be, okay? Draw a picture and write about what do you think is going to happen for the rest of the story, okay?
Bye.
All right, thanks, Hugo. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Next Saturday or
I
Sunday?
think the week after.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.